So apparently these products completely erase your dark circles. My dark circles are on full display for you guys. I feel like I look very bizarre right now because the rest of my face is done and I've just got dark circles there, which looks weird. But I want to see if this actually works. This whole process is using all Huda Beauty products. Now, I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit confused because there's all these new products that have come out and I'm like, what? It was just a bit like kind of a bit confused, like what do I use, what's for me? There's all these new kind of products like Easy Bake Duo is now out, like what is for me? So I'm just going to use what they sent and just see how this actually works. Now I have a little bit of eye cream on my under eye circles. You can see that this one's worse than the other because I have a vein that pops out here every so often. I'm going to use a couple of different products, so each side is going to be different and I want you guys to help me figure out which one works best. So I have color correctors here first. So we're going to be color correcting, concealing, and then setting using all these new products. So I've got the peach color corrector and the cherry blossom color corrector. Now, without having used these, I would assume the peach is obviously going to work best for my skin tone for under eye circles because it's kind of like medium skin tone. And then I would say that the cherry blossom is probably going to brighten the area a lot more. That's not what I would go for, but I want to see what it looks like on. So let's try it. So this is the peach one. So let's just add a couple of dots here. I'm going to use the Huda Under Eye Buff Brush and we're just going to blend this in. Now this should neutralize any darkness that we have. I mean, immediately I can see that it's done that, so that's good. Just always remember that color correctors are there to neutralize, not to cover. So don't just kind of assume that you're gonna completely cover it. It's not for coverage, it's for neutralizing the color. I'm actually super impressed with this. This is very good. So let's move on to the other side. I feel like that's neutralized it really well. Now this is the cherry blossom, which I would assume, so we'll see whether I'm right or not, but that this is gonna help to brighten the area. So, and I do think the concealer on top of each is going to look very different. So we'll see how that turns out too. Let me clean this off. So this is more of a pink tone. Okay, there we go. Peach, cherry blossom. Now you want to let that dry, so self-set just a little bit before you move on to the next step. Now the concealer I'm going to use is the Faux Filter Luminous Matte in Sugar Biscuit 3.5N. Okay, I'm just going to apply my concealer the way that I usually do. So that is a little bit here, and then I do a little dash here for a lift. Let's do one side first. I'm going to use the same brush. So it's blending in pretty well. Okay, I'm liking the finish. It's actually quite bright and I'm wondering if it's because the concealer maybe is a little bit too light for me, but actually I think once I've set it, it's gonna look all right because the setting powders are different colors. So these are also gonna make each side look very different. Now I'm gonna do the same on the other side. What I am going to do is let this set a little bit before I actually go in and blend it. I don't usually use the Huda Beauty concealer, so this is the first time I'm using this. And I really like the finish, but I am going to let it set because after blending it just now, I just felt like if I had let that sit for just 30 seconds or so, I would have got a really nice blend. It just becomes a little bit easier for you to blend the concealer because the coverage stays there with less kind of movement. It becomes a little bit more, I would say it gives you quicker coverage with less blending, but I really like the finish and I love how that has actually made the whole under eye look. So let's just let that sit there for a bit. I am really impressed. I didn't think I was going to like this concealer, to be honest with you. I really didn't. And I started blending it. When I first started blending it, I was like, I'm not feeling this. But now when I'm looking at it, I'm like, actually, this is really nice. Like it's brightening. It looks super smooth. It's radiant and I really do like it. So let's start. Yeah, definitely prefer it once you've let it sit for a bit. I can definitely see the difference with each side with the colour corrector. So this side is definitely a bit more pink. I'm seeing the difference. Can you guys see the difference? Peach, cherry blossom. Obviously, when you set it, it's going to look different. Now, I would usually use my banana powder because I absolutely love that. My banana bread from Huda Beauty. But I'm not going to use that today. I'm going to see what these are like. Okay, cherry peach, I'm going to use on the peach side. And then pink pumpkin, I'm going to use on the cherry blossom side. So let's see. Now, there are 2 different shades in this. We've got cherry and peach. Now, the whole point of this, from what I've read on the site, is that you can use them individually or you can mix them to kind of customize your color. It's pretty good how it works. Like, you can, like, the way it twists around, because you can just get the one color out or you can get both of them out. I think I only want to use the peach on this side because I've got peach on there. So I've got a little bit of this peach out. Now, they sent over these really cute powder puffs, which I love. So I'm going to use that. Okay, let's make sure, firstly, that there's no creasing. So let's just take out all these creases. So far, this is looking a bit too light for my under eye. So I don't know if that's the concealer. Maybe I need a slightly deeper shade, or if this is going to change all that. So let's see. Now, I don't like baking. Therefore, I'm not going to bake. I'm going to set this how I usually do. Press it in and then get a brush and lightly dust it away immediately. That is very nice and bright. I don't know, is it too bright? Tell me. Okay, so that's that side. Let's now work on the other side. I am using pink pumpkin on this side, and I kind of don't want to use the pink because I feel like it's probably going to be too pink then. But then at the same time, pumpkin might be too deep. So I'm thinking, do I actually mix them? Let's get a bit of both. Wow, this is looking very pink and then very orange. So I'm a bit hesitant on how this is going to look. I don't know, let's just mix them together because I want to know what you guys think. Let's get rid of any creasing. Okay, is this going to be too pink? This might be better for deeper skin tones, but let's see. What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? I definitely feel like this is too pink for me, and I think that that whole shade is going to work better on deeper skin tones. It will probably look really, really good on deeper skin tones. So I think this side is definitely the one for me. It's the cherry peach, and I do like how it brightens the area up. I originally told you I know I would usually use peach and not cherry blossom, and I think I was right. Cherry blossom is not for me, but it's definitely going to work on someone else. I feel like cherry blossom is going to be good for someone with paler skin tone with under eye circles because it's really going to help to neutralize the area. Peach is going to be great for anyone my skin tone and maybe kind of olive skin tone. I think it works really well. I really like this side, not feeling this side, but again, I think that's going to work on a different skin tone. But I really do love the finish and I like how brightening it is. So what do we think? I'm really, really not feeling this side. This is not for me. It's just definitely not something I'm going to use again. Let me tell you what I would use out of this. I would use the peach color corrector because I have actually used a different color of that, which I sometimes found was a little bit deep for me. I use alchemy. Is it alchemy? No, it's lychee. And I find that sometimes that can be, depending on my skin tone, a bit too deep. So I actually really love the peach and I'm going to keep that on the side. I'm definitely going to use that again. Definitely not using the cherry blossom again because that is just not for me. I am not sure about the concealer. I feel like the concealer is a little bit too bright for me. I think I need a slightly deeper shade, but it is a very good concealer. I would recommend it. I would actually recommend it because it is a good concealer. It looks good. It looks very smoothing on the skin. Very flawless, very filter-like, so I would recommend it, but I would suggest getting the right shade for yourself. So that is what I think of that. I really do hope that's helped you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button because I would really appreciate it. But yeah, that's my take on the Huda Beauty 3-step under eye technique thing that I seem to be seeing everywhere. And I just wanted to share that with you because I know it can be really overwhelming. Look, I'm going to be honest, when she sent me this stuff, I kind of looked at it and was like, oh my God, this is just too complicated. Like, there's too much going on. Like, I don't know what to use. And there's so many different color correctors. As a makeup artist, I'm going to be honest, you don't need that many color correctors. However, I really do like the color corrector. I think it's a great product. And I think if you find the right shade, which shouldn't be complicated, by the way, then I think you're going to love it. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you on the next video.